morning, everyone. It's a balmy 30 degrees this morning. It's probably about 45 here in the shop. That's why I'm wearing my Sunday best sweater, or sweatshirt, I should say. But anyways, I thought I'd show you how much I've gotten done on the Star Destroyer and a little introduction to the shop, since I've only taken pictures. I mean, pictures probably are better than video anyways, but anyways, I thought I'd give you a little tour and we'll get on to the Star Destroyer. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, once we come downstairs here, we go through the door. Yeah, it's a big sticker. I got to redo it. It's got wrinkles and stuff in it. I think I'm gonna make it out of real wood. Anyways, this is the way to close the door. This used to be all open here to the stairways, and so we finally got it drywalled in. And anyways, let's tilt. We'll be on a boat. Here's the mold area, of course. I think I might have taken video of this already, I can't remember. Yeah, working on that. Nice heavy duty racks for all the molds and stuff. This here will be the packing area. Above it I'm going to make sort of a hanging mezzanine for all these boxes here to set in, so I can just reach up and pull them down, as well as like bubble wrap on giant toilet paper roll hangers, I guess you could call it, for lack of a better term. So anyways, here's the rest of the shop. You know, yeah, the rest of the shop here, pretty much done with it. Like I said, it's a mud man coming in to finish off the drywalling, of course, and then I'll throw some paint on it. But anyways, here's the Star Destroyer so far. As you can see, all the parts are here. I just gotta get time to work on the damn thing. Always something to stop me from working on it. It had to do with the house. You know, life intrudes. Some, like this, I gotta finish remolding these blockade runner parts because the molds are toast, completely toast. But I can show you what I'm going to start with here. Like, this is the superstructure underneath the Star Destroyer. It's 1/4 inch resin pieces, and this tube will fit in between. You know, will fit in there. It's a piece of a tube from tension rod that I got over at Home Depot. I'll give you the dimensions if you want. Why I picked that size, I don't know, but all I know is it's the inner metal tube of the tension rod. I think it's like $69, not $69. Yeah, so that's what I end up using. Why that dimension, I have no idea. But over here, I'll give you, show you what I'm doing here. This is kind of like phase one when you're going to build this thing. So I thought I'd share this with you. Anyways, this is a foam core buck, which I call the roof. It's made of a 1/4 inch foam core you can buy over at Walmart, any place like that. It basically, this is what you want to make as a jig for building your Star Destroyer. It'll save you a lot of grief. You can make it pretty much the length of the Star Destroyer, however much you want. Buy about 4 sheets of it. It's cheap. I use hot melt glue, you know, squeeze stuff, and glue it together. But to get the right angle here, this here, I use one of these, the biggest one. You know, lay this on a flat piece of foam core, draw it, you know, so you get that. And cut out 3 of these, 3 or 4, however much it takes to support it. Some edging, and then just glue it all together, and boom, you got your jig. So when you get some of your Star Destroyer parts glued together, you know, these are 4 sections. You just put them on here, line them all up accordingly. This jig's a little short than what it should be, but I mean, it'll work for what I'm doing. You get it all lined up that way and glue it together along here, and boom, you're done. And what I would do is I would leave it on your, even though you have to use it twice for the bottom sections, just let them sit on top of each other for now, it'll be all right. But that's the first thing that I would do if I was you. And then I'd put together the superstructure, this part, and get all the stripping glued together. So I'll send you more video as I get along, but for now, that's it. That's all to show you for now. I really want to get started on this thing by tomorrow. I mean, really start on it. I still got to put lights in it so the directions will cover. That's the reason why I haven't sent them out yet. I could send them out now, but I want to make sure everything fits together to a point where I can start shipping them out. I'm not going to finish painting mine and all that stuff yet, but if I can make sure that everything glues together right, I'll go ahead and send them to you, and then the directions I'll send you once I finish them. You know, I'll start finishing and sending out the directions once I get it to a point where it needs primer. And then that's good enough. You guys have waited long enough, so and gals. So anyways, that's going on so far. I'll keep you, updated on the progress. I couldn't work on it before because the whole shop was trashed with stuff from that movie theater room, which I'll show you here. And the drywalling took up space and time, so getting all the tools and the wiring done. So it's been a long process. Lost a little bit of weight from it. That's good. It's funny, you always lose weight in your face first, but nowhere else. At least it doesn't feel like you do. But it's kind of nice because it's gone down about 3 to 4 belt loops. Even though I don't look like it, I still look like a fat fuck. But yeah, Kevin Smith would be proud. So anyways, what I'll do here is I'll give you a little close-up video on the parts that I've casted up so far and see what you think. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, these parts I'm doing in a translucent clear material. It's pretty tough. It's a test to make sure that you can shine light through it. This is sort of a poor man's way of, or shall I say, a lazy man's way of doing lighting for somebody who doesn't want to go through the whole pain in the ass process of fiber optics. I make them out of clear, spray painting them white first because white transfers light through it better. If you paint it black, it won't transfer that well. Then after you paint it white, then you paint it black. Make sure to get all the paint in there, spray paint it in. And then you put the whole model together, lights and everything. And then what you do is once it's painted with the color you want, you take a drill and just drill through the paint and it'll let the light come through. At least it's worked before in smaller projects. That's why I haven't really announced it a whole lot in terms of doing it as a kit, because if it doesn't work, it's not worth you guys paying an extra $200 for it, because I have to charge that much because it takes so long for the resin to cure. Time is money, all that sort of thing. So, but yeah, this is like one of the top buildings. So that goes. But anyway, so that's the clear parts. Here's some engine parts here. These I had actually grown, printed, so they're much nicer looking pieces, or they will be. At a closer look, there you go. The new bay, which is nice because it's all one piece, and you can let light through here by this is really thin plastic that I use, so you can punch through the resin, real easy, or even sand through it, like a sanding block or something, and then the light will bleed through all these little, areas like it should, as well as a little bay that fits in here, so you have a little more added detail look. You have a little bay sitting in there. But and of course, like as before, like I've done it, I said you still have the flashing all over them and everything, but like the strips for the edging for the the bay. Yeah, a lot of the parts will already have flash. You'll notice a lot of flashing on my kits, and you get them. There's 2 reasons why I don't remove them. 1, it takes a long ass time. 2, it kind of gives it support by shipping it like this. I mean, it's thin, so it's not hard to get through it. But shipping like this keeps pieces like this from getting busted up in shipping. Gives them some good strength, and also round when you pull them out of the mold, so they don't get warped. If anything should get warped, I use like a Tester's spray paint can top, and I'll stick this in boiling water, for instance, and let it soften up and put it over that can top, and it usually works pretty good, straightens it out really good. Same with these, put these over a little Tester's can or spray can or whatever, it doesn't matter to me, whatever small bridle can you got, push it on there to get it nice and round once it softens up. So I've done a little extra work, like the engines used to be on one piece like this, but now what I've done is I made this ring separately, so it's a little easier for lighting too, So then you got, which I made one humongous ass piece, is this whole back piece is now one big piece, as you can see. Structurally, it'll make it easier to build, 10 times easier to build. Actually, not just a little easier, but 10 times by doing it this way. The only thing that you're going to have to be concerned about, which is something I kind of didn't think about, is I put a block in there, even though there's not supposed to be a block, but for molding purposes I had to do it. But even with that block in there, I think the mold's going to tear a little, so you might have to get in there and clean it out with a Dremel just to make it look a little neater. Because it's so deep in there, you really can't see it that much anyways. And once you get all the engine bells, if it tears anywhere, it's going to be on the insides here, you know, but not here. So, like I said, boom, engine bell. It's hidden. You just can't see it from any angle. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But that is a possibility. And it's a very expensive mold to make. It uses about 1.5 gallons of rubber to make the damn thing. You know, even with the jig box. And the head is the same way. The head is, I've now incorporated part of the neck into the head. Also, you know, you can punch through here to light it, you know. So it's thin plastic right there to punch out. So that should help immensely for building. The buildings have the rest of the neck on it, which are here. We'll line them up and so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. So you got that, and then the neck will fit right on top of here. Boom, like so. You know, should be nice and easy. And then the back of the neck, oops, sorry, dropping parts. The back of the neck should fit nice and neatly. Yeah, let's see if I can hold it here. Need 3 hands, maybe 4 to make this work. You glue these blasted things together. Then you got your neck back piece, which fits in here like that. And voila. So all in all, it should help. I've tried to make the kit much easier and of course far more accurate than the old one. For anybody who knows the old kit, knows that it was sort of chubby looking. Oops, let me get you back in frame here. Yeah, the old one was kind of chubby looking. It didn't have a long streamline look. Plus, the edge detail was really thick. So I tried to thin that all down and make it a little more accurate. Oh yeah, one more thing. It also comes with this base. I forgot to tell you about this base. It should be big enough, I mean, for those who want to, you know, do a little bit more with the base. Bring it over here. I've girthed it up. It's not these 2 little pieces anymore that you used to get. But you got like this part that fits up front like so. You can get it in the frame here. There we go. And you got these 2 pieces. They come with a kit, by the way. So no paying extra, at least not for now. But it has a nice logo on there, a friend of mine cut out for me. And that is the base for it. And then of course, if you want to extend from this, like put a wooden one, you paint this whatever color you want. I kind of wanted to go with sort of a, maybe a nickel kind of color on this or something. And then use those Matois markers to sort of highlight this, those chrome markers to highlight this a bit. And yeah, this should help a lot. The only thing I don't know yet, which is funny, is if the height is right. You know, from the nose to the angle of the ship. I don't know if it has to be a little taller, a little shorter yet. So everything's the best guess when you're first doing these kits in a lot of ways. I mean, you can get a lot of it pretty much, you know, dead on, but then there are certain parts. And then you got your rubber, which changes things a little bit, of course. The rubber always changes stuff. You know, make all the pieces will fit together just perfect like a puzzle. Then you mold it and the molds change a little bit. Or if they're the castings too. I mean, everything's a shrinkage on everything. The resin shrinks a little bit. Don't let anybody tell you that there are certain resins that don't shrink, because they all shrink. The same with all rubbers. I've tried every rubber known to man, and I've yet to not run into a rubber, at least that didn't cost me as much as a Cadillac for a 5-gallon kit of it, that I could use to make it, you know, what's the word? No, just keep the price down, basically. And that's the thing, so I don't have to charge the shit out of it. But yeah, so I guess that's it for now. And that's kind of a little tour of the place. And I'll record more when I have more to show you. Bye-bye.